I wasn't really agreeing to that. I thought we were still kind of putting it together because the way you said that, like, split the hit, I'm not thinking of in terms of what we're losing. I'm thinking of terms of what we have and how we can split that as evenly as what we had before. And
Yeah,
then
I don't think that's fair. I mean, if you want to do it, that's it. But this is the last time we do business. If you want to do it, then that's fine.
I think it's fair.
You're basically punishing me for if my commission. So if my commission had been. We have to figure something out in the next like 5 minutes. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, so we already said it, right?
Yeah. I'll call him.
So what are we doing?
We're doing 15.
You are taking 2. What the hell? Yeah, you gotta figure kids, right? I'm doing what? Wait, what are we doing? We're taking 3 from your commission. No, you're not. You need to pay me extra. I've been calling everybody, and I also put $200 for my money to make sure that the appraisal was going through. One of your flips and do some tiling or something.
He was saying that he was thinking I was the end buyer the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I told you that we thought, because he didn't want to assign it to me. Remember? So we had to assign it to you.
That doesn't mean I'm necessarily like he said that you specifically said I was the end buyer.
I didn't say he is the end buyer. I just said my buyer. He knows how the game is played. He just saw that someone was making a lot more money than he knows. He was not blindsided. No, and even if you are blindsided, what the heck does that have to do with anything? They don't want to hold this property. In my opinion, you guys are being soft. But I understand that you need to get paid today, and I'm willing to take a hit. I personally would step away today.
I'm ready to just get it done because for how long has it been going on?
It's taking forever. Actually, don't even have any other options because they said that we could double close and then they changed their mind. So we can't even do that. We could have filed a memorandum of contract. Right now, it's too late.
Yeah, let me go ahead and call them before.
They're playing with us like they play with their sellers.
Yep. Yeah, let me call them before it's too late. So who can you sign for the selling side?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna call title and let them know that we're good to go. Yeah. Okay. So I understand you're coming.
And now you're wanting to even take more, and you're telling me that let's keep it cleaner.
I wasn't really agreeing to that. I thought we were still kind of putting it together because the way you said that, like, split the hit, I'm not thinking of in terms of what we're losing. I'm thinking of terms of what we have and how we can split that as evenly as what we had before. When you look at it,
as how we had before, is we grab that 5 and we subdivided it.
Right.
Okay,
so what we have.
That's what we're even, right? Each one takes a hit.
Just see if you kind of see where I'm coming from. So we have 15 right now, right? And before we had 20. You were taking the full half of the 20, which is 10.
No, I'm not. What do you mean? You want to do the proportions?
Right.
Subdivided in terms of proportions.
The same proportions, rather than looking at the hit, because that hit is just like it's just a strange number. That's why me and Elena were so confused. I understand it mathematically, but just to think of it in terms of splitting the hit is just. I think it works better to just look at what you actually have and keep the proportions the same. So that way it's even the whole way through, not just looking at what the hit is. And then,
I don't think that's fair. I mean, if you want to do it, that's it. But this is the last time we do business. If you want to do it, then that's fine.
I think it's fair. Because the proportions stay the same. Rather than looking at... I've never looked at something as splitting the hit because... Why not just keep the proportions the same? Because we were all on the same assignment, splitting it 50, 25, and 25. So why not split it 50, 25, and 25? Keep the percentages the same. Hello?
We just took a 5K hit, and we should all take a part of it.
We are.
And I think that we should all take an even part of it.
We are all taking a hit. Okay, well, let me write it out. Or, okay, so I'm taking, me and Alea will be taking 1,000, or no, yeah, 1,020, 1250 hit.
No, I understand what you're saying. You're basically saying I have to take a 2.5 hit because I'm getting.
Well, I'm saying just because that's how the proportions already were, so why not keep the proportions the same? That's the most
that the
holistic
proportions
one.
really don't matter, right? Because it was what I negotiated was 10.
Right.
Right. If I had negotiated 5,
I know,
then
and
you would have taken less, right? You would have taken only a third.
So you're
not half.
So
So how negotiating higher for me is punishing me. You see what I'm saying? You're basically punishing me for if my commission. So if my commission had been 5, right? Then you would have taken it evenly, right? Yeah, you would have taken it evenly.
Right.
But because I negotiated higher,
yes,
you're punishing me for it, right? Because now you're taking half of the deduction from me.
Solomon,
right?
Why would you think that I would want to put you in more distress? This makes the most sense.
No, the most sense is so which one of us has a commission, right? So we are taking parts of this. Each one of us is getting a commission, regardless of how much it is. We're all taking a 5K hit. We are 3 people, and we divide that 5K hit between the 3 of us.
So you're more focused on what we're losing, right?
Of course.
Why not focus on what we have, which is the 15K, and then focus the split on what we have, and then focus the split on what we already had before. So 25, 25, 50. That's the most fair thing to do. Just transfer the percentages down to the new number. It's even.
That percentages don't really matter much because
I feel like that's the most objective way.
We took a hit. It's not like we said, oh, we're going to split this in this way. We're going to split the commission in this way. That's not what we said. We didn't say we're going to split the commission in this way. You guys gave it to me at 195, and then I resold it at 205, right? And it's all like that. There was no 20K that we said, oh, we're going to do it in 3 ways.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But what it comes down to is now there was a 20K assignment, no matter how we split it out. And in that 20K assignment, you had 10, I had 5, and she had 5.
Hey, can I call you back real quick?
Yeah.
1 sec.
Hey, so you understand what I'm saying when I say we should keep the proportions the same, right? Right, so that makes sense. To Solomon, he's thinking because we're taking a 5K hit, we should split the 5K hit into 3 ways, but doesn't it make more sense to keep the proportions the same? But the point I was trying to get to was that he was saying, if you want to do it the way that you say, like keep the proportions the same, and this is the last time we do business. Right, and I'm like, dude, we haven't even been doing any business. Like, you don't even. I've been sending him properties. He never would. Hey, he's calling.
Who?
Solomon.
Well, then merge.
You want to join? All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Elena's on the other line.
Okay, Elena. Hey, can we just do the 8 and 1.5, and then just call it?
It doesn't even make any sense.
Why not? We're taking the 5K and we're dividing it into 3. And I'm taking a bigger chunk even.
I feel like you have to focus on what we like. Let's focus on the chunk that we have, not what we lost, in the proportions that we had before.
Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know, maybe it's because we're in the moment of it, but I feel like if you look back on this, you're going to be like, that makes more sense because it kind of just does. And I know you negotiated for 10K, but when it comes down to it, we had a 20K chunk that we were all...
No, if I had negotiated for 3K, then you wouldn't be doing this. You would be, no.
No, yeah, if you had...
5K evenly.
No, if you had 3K and we had 5K, or whatever, what we have. All I know...
What are you saying? It's 8,000, 3,500, and 3,500, right?
Or, I mean, that's what he's...
No, yeah, so what Joe is saying is that I would take 7.5, and you guys would take 1 and 1. Or no,
375.
375.
I mean, that is the most fair, to be honest.
I don't feel it's fair. So
at this point, I understand it. You can have 8 because that's only like $250 off of ours. It does make sense the other way, but you did put in a lot of work, and I do appreciate all that. We should just 8 and then 3.5 because it was like 25, $250 off. That's not much to spill milk over. Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
But Title hasn't
All right.
called me back yet, so
We're doing what?
we each get 3 point. Me and you get 3.5. He gets 8.
Okay.
Okay, but Title hasn't called me back yet, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, no, they just have to sign and that's it.
Yeah, they should be good to go, even if we get to sign tomorrow.
Alright, okay.
All right.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah. Let's forget this one.
Alright, guys. Have a good day.
All right.
Wait right there. It's not over. What you're about to see was supposed to be an honest reaction, or it is an honest reaction to something that I told Elena. It was a confession because she had no idea what I was about to tell her. But the audio did not record because it was FaceTime, and apparently it's pretty tricky to capture audio with FaceTime and screen recording. So I'm just going to narrate over it. And originally I thought to just redo it and we would just act, but we're going to keep it real. And I'll just talk over this one, explaining what happened as it went down. So she asks, what do you have to tell me? And I tell her I have a confession to make to her because she probably doesn't know what I'm about to tell her. And she says something, and she asks, is the recording? And I say, yeah. And I tell her it's my first deal. And she said, really? And she said, oh, that's why it was such a mess. And I think she just asked, why didn't I tell her? Why didn't I tell her when it first happened, those first deal? And I said, I don't know. I didn't really think about it. And this is when I starts talking about how we made content out of this deal, and we should make content out of something else. And I was asking what she thinks we should do with, and then I remember that she has sellers that she needs someone to talk to, and I think she's saying she's gonna get me logged into her account with the seller leads. And then she just asked, would I be good at that? And I said, yeah. Talking to sellers, that is. And that's about where it ended. So the rest of the content will be talking to sellers, and hopefully we'll record all the audio and not use FaceTime again, because this was a very good conversation that we will never hear.